of my mat. I'm going to ground all four corners of my feet. So that means that the space that's right behind my big toe, which we would call our big toe mound, is pressing into the mat. That means that I'm going to lift my toes, and then I'm going to try to concentrate on getting each one of my toes separately down to the mat. That's a meditation in its own. You're going to press down into the pinky edge side of your foot. You're going to find yourself tightening up your leg so that you flex your thigh muscles so that you're lifting your kneecap. Stand up, my friends. Sorry, I was just pointing to my feet. I'm going to stand up. So now I'm flexing my legs. And remember what we talked about last week, or 2 weeks ago rather, where we are tucking our tailbone under. We don't want our butt sticking out. We're tucking that tailbone under. So I'm feeling strong in my feet. My kneecaps are lifted. My butt is tucked under. And now I'm going to reach my shoulders up, and I'm going to roll them back so that my shoulders are like angel wings wrapped around my spine. One more time, I'm going to inhale my shoulders up, and then exhale them down. And now we're going to do that sun salutation. So we're going to inhale, and our arms are going to come up overhead, palms touch. As I exhale, I'm going to bring my hands through heart center and then lean over into a forward fold. Then I'm going to inhale, and my palms are touching my shins, and I'm doing what we call a halfway lift. And then I exhale back into a fold. So let's try that again. I'm going to inhale into a halfway lift. So as I inhale, I reach up, my spine is parallel to the floor. I'm reaching my neck as far as it can go. My shoulders are away from my ears. And then I'm going to exhale back down into a fold. One more time. When we do our halfway lift, so we're going to inhale, my fingertips are on my shins, and my belly is tucking in, close as much to my spine as it possibly can go. And we are inhaling, and then we exhale down. And each time when we exhale down, we hope that that fold gets stronger and stronger. If it's hard for you to touch the ground, then bend your knees a little bit. You can bend your knees, which might bring you closer to the ground. If you can't touch the ground, no big deal. Touch with your fingertips, or not at all. Just reach toward it. Hit the goal. Going to exhale back down into a fold. And now as I inhale, I'm going to come all the way back up to standing with my arms above my head, palms touch. And then exhale, my hands through heart center. Beautiful. Okay. We are going to add another move in here. So we're going to inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Now, if you can, you're going to plant your hands on the ground, and I want you to step back into what we call a plank. So before, we were in tabletop, right? Where our bodies were like this. Now we're doing a plank where our legs are straight out behind us. So I want you to experiment with this for a minute. So you stay in your plank. I'm coming to look at you. So you want to bring your tushy down. Bring your tushy down so that you are one straight line. So Moses, bring your tushy down and try to like lean forward. So here, come. Yeah, so if you can see me, look. This is, if you look up here, Moses.
Yes.
And Farida.
Yeah.
So you don't want to be like this. You want to be like this. Where your hips are in a straight line down from your shoulders. This is a plank. Okay? So, Valerie, will you go back into a plank, please? Thank you. So when we're in a plank, that means that our hands, again, are very strong underneath us. We're back up on our tippy toes, and our legs, just like we had them just now when we were standing in our Tadasana, they are, your kneecaps are lifted, and your tailbone is tucked under, and you are one straight line of power. Now, a plank is really hard to keep, so I'm going to put my knees down and come back into tabletop. Woo! And then I'm going to exhale back into a child's pose like my friend Valerie just did. This is rigorous, my friends. Come back into a tabletop. Nice. And then let's try that plank again. So this might be an easier way to get into it. So if I'm in a tabletop, my hands are strong beneath me. I'm pressing down into my pointer finger mound. I'm going to reach my right foot back. And then I'm going to reach my left foot back. And now I'm in a plank where I am balancing on the balls of my feet and my hands. And I'm going to try experimenting here where I'm pushing forward on my toes and bringing my shoulders above my hands. And then I'm exhaling back and pressing back. Inhale, pressing forward. Exhale, pressing back. And then if you get tired, you can also push yourself up into a down dog. And play with that again. We're putting all this together into what we call sun salutation A. And yoga is really an exploration for you. So if you're in your plank, push yourself up into a down dog where your hips come into the air, and then you can walk your hands back up so that you're in a forward fold, and then stand up slowly. And then slowly make your way to the top of your mat. So you're coming back to the front of your mat again. Beautiful. So let's try putting all of this together. Can you give me a thumbs up if you feel like you know what you're doing in the plank? Are you guys getting it? Okay. Okay. I just want to make sure I'm being clear. All right, so we're going to inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step your right foot back, step your left foot back. You're in a plank. Inhale and exhale here. Then inhale and exhale into a down dog. So then that means that your hips rise towards the ceiling and you push yourself back into the balls of your feet. From this down dog, I want you to lift your right foot up. Remember how we did it in the bird dog where your toes are facing the ground and the leg is flat? Spend a moment feeling what it's like to do a three-legged dog. So on your next inhale, I want you to really try to bend that back foot. And then on your exhale, bring your knee in towards your chest. And then try to plant your foot in between your hands. So my right foot is in between my hands. Nice. So let's take a moment and feel this. So right now what I'm going to do is play a little bit. So I'm on my hands, and I'm going to push forward and back in my lunge. What you're doing right now is a lunge. Pushing back and forth. Pushing back and forth. And then when you feel steady, you should be feeling like this. So your ankle is below your knee. It's at a right angle. Your left leg is extended behind you. Your hips are down. And then what I would like for you to do is plant your left hand and then bring your right hand to your right knee. And then from there, get steady. And then you can exhale into a twist. So that means that you're going to lift your right hand up and twist your body like we did before. Belly, ribs, shoulders. And your eyes should be looking up at your right thumb. And when you're ready, take a few moments there, feel that stretch. Then you can bring your hands down, both hands on the ground. Then you can release your right the right foot back behind you into a plank. Breathe here. On your next exhale, push yourself back up into a down dog. So take a deep breath here in a down dog, and then you can exhale. Open. One more time. Release the bad juju. And now what I want you to do is to walk your hands back to your feet so that you're in a forward fold. And then slowly roll yourself up one vertebrae at a time. Keep your eyes closed again and see how these sensations